Penelope Milford. She was an American actress known for her work on both stage and screen. Her performance as Vi Munson in the 1978 film Coming Home earned her a nomination for the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress. On Broadway, she was the original performer of the role Jenny Anderson in the musical Shenandoah, a role that brought her a Drama Desk Award nomination in 1975. In 1972, she became part of the Broadway production Lenny, a play centered on the life of comedian Lenny Bruce. The musical Shenandoah, in which she played a key role, premiered on Broadway on January 7, 1975, and later received a nomination for the Tony Award for Best Musical. In 2013, Milford appeared as Deborah in A Kind of Alaska, a play by Harold Pinter, staged at the Cocoon Theater in Rhinebeck, New York. Died October 14th at the age of 77 years. Cause is not given. Roberta Alexander. She was an American operatic soprano whose career began in 1975 as a lyric soprano. Over the following 30 years, she performed leading roles with major opera companies around the world. Renowned especially for her interpretations of Mozart's female characters, she became a prominent soprano at the Metropolitan Opera starting in 1983. In 2016, she appeared at the Metropolitan Opera as the fifth maid in Strauss's Elektra, and in 2019, she performed the role of Cura in Verdi's La Forza del Destino at the Royal Opera House in Covent Garden. Alexander made her debut at the Komische Oper Berlin in 1982, performing as Mimi in Puccini's La Bohème. She reprised the role for her first appearances with the Royal Opera in London in 1984 and the English National Opera in 1992. In later years, she took on supporting roles in stage productions, including appearances at the Grand Theatre of Provence in 2013. Died October 14th at the age of 76 years. Cause is not given. Ace Frehley. He was an American musician best known as the founding lead guitarist and occasional vocalist for the rock band Kiss. As one of the group's original members, he created the Spaceman persona and performed with the band from its formation in 1973 until his initial departure in 1982, later returning for a period. Following his departure from Kiss in 1982, Frehley established his own band, Frehley's Comet, releasing 2 albums under that name. He also pursued a solo career, which he temporarily set aside when he reunited with Kiss in 1996 for their highly publicized reunion tour. His second stint with the band continued until 2002, ending after what had been announced as their farewell tour. Frehley's solo work met with commercial success, notably his 1978 debut solo album, which achieved platinum certification. His latest solo studio album, 10,000 Volts, was released in 2024. In the early 1970s, Frehley played with several local bands, including a group called Malamo, which recorded an unreleased half-album for RCA Records in 1971. Frehley's role as a songwriter within Kiss grew in 1979, contributing 3 tracks to the album Dynasty and another 3 to Unmasked in 1980. Although these years marked a period of creative input from him, it was not among the band's most commercially successful eras in the United States. He was born 1951 and died October 16th, at the age of 74 years. On October 16, 2025, TMZ reported that he had been placed on life support and placed on a ventilator following brain bleeding attributed to a fall. Susan Stamberg. She was an American radio journalist best known for co-hosting NPR's flagship news program, All Things Considered, from 1972 to 1986. In that position, Stamberg became the first woman to anchor a national news broadcast in the United States. Recognized as one of NPR's founding mothers, alongside Nina Totenberg, Linda Wertheimer, and Cokie Roberts, she held various roles at the network, including serving as a special correspondent, until her retirement in 2025. She graduated in 1955 from the High School of Music and Art, located in the Hamilton Heights neighborhood of New York City. Stamberg began her broadcasting career at WAMU, where she initially worked as a producer. Her first on-air experience came unexpectedly when she filled in for the station's regular weather reporter. She continued delivering weather segments, often adding relevant poetry to make the reports more engaging. She began hosting Weekend Edition Sunday in January 1987. During her first year on the program, she launched the popular Sunday Puzzle segment and brought on the hosts of Car Talk for a regular feature. Died October 16, 2025, at the age of 87 years. Gurney Norman. He was an American author, documentary filmmaker, academic, and former poet laureate of Kentucky. Norman served in the U.S. Army for 2 years before returning to Eastern Kentucky in 1963, where he worked as a reporter for the Hazard Herald, his local newspaper. He eventually left journalism to focus on writing fiction, spending the summer of 1966 as a fire lookout for the U.S. Forest Service in Oregon's Cascade Mountains. His novel Divine Rights Trip was first published in the Last Whole Earth catalog in 1971, and later released by Dial Press and Bantam Books. In 1974, Norman co-founded the Briarpatch Network alongside Richard Raymond and Michael Phillips. 3 years later, in 1977, his short story collection Kinfox was published by Nomon Press and received the Weatherford Award from Berea College. Died October 12, 2025, at the age of 88 years, due to natural causes. Alex Wallau. He was an American boxing commentator who also served as president of the ABC television network. He started his career at ABC in 1976, joining the network's sports division under Rune Arledge, who was serving as the head of ABC Sports at the time. Wallau later became a 2-time Emmy award-winning producer and director for ABC's sports programming. He was especially known for his work on the network's boxing broadcasts, collaborating closely with announcer Howard Cosell. Died October 10th at the age of 80 years due to throat cancer. Randy Wiel. He was a Dutch basketball player and coach who played as a guard. Before pursuing basketball full-time, he worked as a police officer. He later moved to the United States to play college basketball at the University of North Carolina. After 4 years at the collegiate level, he returned to the Netherlands to begin his professional career with BV Amstelveen in the Eredivisie. In December 1979, he recorded a career-high 39 points in a game against BV Groningen. Starting in 1982, he joined Elmex Leiden. Died October 14th at the age of 74 years due to pancreatic cancer. Vidar Lønn-Arnesen. He was a Norwegian singer as well as a radio and television presenter. His career began in the 1950s as a local entertainer and pirate radio host. In 1960, he became a member of the pop group Trey Tainers. He presented the radio program 10 in the Shot from 1965, and also the Music Phone, Western Saloon, the Norwegian Top, and All-Time Highlights. From 1991, he presented the television program From the Top. He also hosted the Melody Grand Prix in 1972. Lønn-Arnesen was also member of the Norwegian Order of Freemasons. In 2010, he was decorated with the King's Medal of Merit in gold. He was married to television producer Tove Lønn-Arnesen and resided at Grav. He was born 1940 and died October 17th, at the age of 85 years.